Fill the Gap family, welcome to Fill the Gap, another episode of the podcast. Man, thank y'all for all of the support that y'all had in the past videos. Man, I really appreciate it. We're taking a step back a little bit, trying to get everything right, trying to get everything in order for a specific reason. Y'all will find that reason out soon enough of why everything is going the way it is. Man, today I'm privileged. My brother, man, I thought about this a little while back. I know his story can get to the people. You know what I'm saying? And I know what it can do for other people, not only for other people, but for himself. You know what I'm saying? Maybe to inspire and motivate somebody else who may be going through the same thing, or if they're not, just inspired and have gratitude about life itself. And I'm privileged and honored to have Alex. Alex Quick.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Hey, bro, this is our second time doing this, so we're going to act like this is the first take. You know what I'm saying? How you been, bro?
Good, man. Good. I can't complain.
Yeah. Bro, for the people who don't know Alex, can you give them a quick rundown of who you are, where you from, and who you is?
So, man, I'm Alex Quick. I came through here, man. I graduated 2019. I'm from Hamlet. I hooped here, of course. Left here, went to hoop in college. And yeah, that's what I am. I can hoop.
Yeah. He can somewhat hoop. Nah. But nah, man, bro, when I really first thought about this, bro, when I hit you, because I've been thought about it, and that's my thing about me. I be thinking about stuff, and I don't never really be acting on it. I don't know what really made me, but it's just thought in my mind. Let me test it too, see if you want to get on the podcast. Maybe talk about, you know what I'm saying? Because your story is special. It alone itself, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily that it's above you, but it's a part of you. You know what I'm saying? That you got something that you got to deal with. For the people who don't know your situation, what you're going through right now, just let them know a little behind the scenes of what you've been having to battle with.
Yeah. So last year, May 2nd, 2024, I was diagnosed with bone cancer. Since that day, man, life has changed drastically. It's a big change, you know. It's not just a phase, you know what I'm saying? It's like a lifestyle, a whole new lifestyle, you know. I was diagnosed, man. Had treatment. Went through a big surgery. Just a lot of things really just happened so fast, you know. And that was a year ago, actually. Yeah, last September. I was gonna have my big surgery, and then after that, I had more treatment after that, man. So yeah, it's been. And then recently, I was diagnosed the second time. It came back probably a few weeks ago, three weeks ago. So another big surgery, more treatment after. You know, it's down the road, but you know, ain't nothing I can handle again.
Right. So take it back to that first woman. Where was it that you knew something's wrong? You know what I'm saying?
It's my first time. Right?
Yeah, the first time.
The first time. So I had some swelling on my face, and I'm just thinking okay, maybe it'll just go down. Maybe it's just something wrong with my gums or something like that. So 3 weeks go by. I'm hoping it go down or whatever, and I go to the ER one day. It started hurting. It was painful. So I go to the ER, and they were trying to treat it. They were trying to drain it. They thought it was a cyst on my gum.
Yeah.
But come to find out, you know, it wasn't working. So they sent me to the dentist. So when they sent me to the dentist, they were trying to do the same thing. They were trying to drain it, do what they had to do. So then they did a biopsy, probably about 3 weeks later. Came back as cancer. So then when it came back as cancer, when I heard the news, I'm like, you know, I ain't know what to think. I ain't know how to feel about it. You know, everybody sad about everybody, you know, crying and stuff like that. But it took me a while to really have to deal with it. I feel like it took me a while to process. You know what I'm saying? It didn't really just hit me like that. So I had my first appointment. When I had my first appointment, that's when it really hit me, because we're talking about surgery, we're talking about treatment. I'm like, at that point, I really didn't know what to expect. You know, they're telling me all these different changes gonna come, all this other stuff, and I'm like, man, how do I deal with this? You know? But it's
How did you deal with it?
really, man, you gotta keep your head up. You know, like, people say that, and that might sound cliche, man, but that's really all it takes. Man.
Yeah.
You just gotta keep your head up, man. You gotta put your faith in God, and you gotta know that He's gonna get you out of every situation, man. Like, you gotta, you know, if you have a good support system, man, you can do anything.
Yeah.
Because it's not just me that want to get through it. You know, I got family, I got friends that want it just as bad as me. You know what I'm saying? That really keep me going. You know what I'm saying? So,
Man, I feel like a lot of people, cause you saying like, man, it ain't a cliche thing just to keep your head up. Like, I feel like the people who have something to force them to keep their head up, like that's what makes people who they are. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes people strong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cause it's easy for somebody who ain't going through nothing to say, man, keep your head up, or you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be all right. Like, for somebody something like that, like cancer, like bro, like. It's tough to keep your head up, you know what I'm saying? It's tough to keep going. It's tough not to have that victim thing, like, because you can very well be like, bro, like, I got cancer. I ain't doing that today. Like, I got cancer. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Just throw things off and put that title on thing and let it overcome you. But like you keeping your head up is just like, ain't like you said, ain't nothing but bigger than God for real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing that can stop you. Like, man, but the support group, like, I bet that's huge.
yeah, definitely, man. I got people from everywhere. You know, like, my story is not like, it's not too big. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a good story. You know, I already been through a lot besides cancer stuff. Like, and people that's been supporting me my whole life. You know, and even like a whole lot of new supporters. You know, there's people that really want to see me win and like really want to see me get through this. And it's like, that really, man, it speaks volumes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people go out their way to support me. And like, people don't gotta do that.
Right.
You know? Like, people would just hit me up like, I'm praying for you, whatever. Like, you know, I definitely appreciate that. Like, that's stuff that, you know, you can't, you know, they don't have to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's always genuine. I like that. Really.
When that point came, and you had to have surgery and stuff like that, like what did that do to your mental, not only your physical but spiritually? Like what did that do for you when you coming out of that?
Mentally, man, like when I came out of surgery, man, I felt like, man, that's when I really had to have faith, like, because surgery was probably the hardest part. You know?
Good. How you doing?
Surgery was definitely like one of the hardest things to adjust to. You know, like healing.
Yeah.
Healing was, man, like the surgery, man. Mentally, I'm just thinking like it was rough days, man. Very rough days. You know, I couldn't walk for a while. I couldn't talk for a while. I couldn't eat.
You couldn't talk or nothing?
I couldn't talk. Breathing tube in my neck. I couldn't talk for about 4 days. I couldn't walk for about a month. And I couldn't eat for about a month and a half. I had a feeding tube in. All that, my face was swollen. I had like stuff. I had machines hooked up to me, man. And even being in the hospital, I'm like, I was happy that they did the surgery, but I'm like, man, like, this is something that comes with it, though. You know, like, this what comes with it, like, and if I'm gonna believe that I'm gonna get through it, this is part of the steps.
Part of the process.
Yeah. So,
Dang.
spiritually though, it really made me. I feel like that was one of the hardest tests of the surgery too, because I'm like, at times I'm going through it, man. I hate that I'm going through what I was going through at the time. But I was like, this is part of the plan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is what God put me through, man. Like, I can't complain. It's people I heard having surgery that don't even make it through surgery.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's people that don't even, that have a surgery and it's like mentally they just shut down. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like, I can't complain.
Right. Yeah, bro. It's crazy that to have that perspective about something that's so dramatic. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said about the victim mindset, like, anybody to come to you and you put like, man, I went through this, like that's why I can't get through this. Like anybody would have, like any moral person would be like, man, I understand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But God don't understand that though. You know what I'm saying? God was saying, bro, like anything that I put you through, you can bear with it all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like just to have that mindset, like, bro, like this is this struggle, this hardship. Nobody's going to ask for that necessary thing, but like after this thing is probably what you asked for. After that hard part is like, is what you're meant to be. You know what I'm saying? And it's molding you into that. Like, and I feel like that's probably like that's something that I'm still trying to learn about everything in my life. You know what I'm saying? And not let alone somebody who's been through cancer and battling it. Like, bro, that's to me that self is inspiring because it's like, bro, no, like, come on now, you don't beat the odds. You know what I'm saying? You don't beat so many odds that was against you. Like, just to know that it's crazy itself.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
What anchors you at days? Like what keep like me the way I think about it, I'm like, bro, like, and the only thing I could probably compare this to is me tearing my ACL. Like, bro, like I'm on a month on crutches. Like I'm on a month in bed rest. Like, how do I get to tomorrow? Not saying that's the same equals to that, but in my life, like how do I get through tomorrow? You know what I'm saying? When my knees hurting. You know what I'm saying? When I really don't. I bet there's times you didn't feel like doing anything that you needed to do for real.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely. Like, what really, you know, it's always days, like, it's always bad days, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's gonna be them dog days where you're just like, man, like, I don't want to do this, or I feel like I can't do this, but, you know, I hold myself to, like, a higher standard, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to pushing myself. I always did, even, like, sports, man,
Yeah.
even, like, and then that translates to life, you know what I'm saying? I had people that was hard on me. Speaking of, like, Boosie was he was hard on me every day, and I ain't never really had nobody to push me in life until I met him for real. You know what I'm saying? So like a lot of the things that I went through or that I go through in life, man, like it comes from him. And then I went to college, man, and then my college coach, he always pushed me, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I can't just stop pushing myself because I stopped playing basketball, or I can't stop pushing myself because I'm done with that part of my life. Nah, you gotta push yourself every day. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep going. And like, it's plenty of days where you do feel like, where you do feel good, you feel like doing things. You just gotta, like, whether you up or down, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta keep going for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because life don't stop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Life don't stop at all. You just gotta keep that head up for real.
Yeah. What you think pain taught you that nothing else could?
Pain taught me that it's temporary, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you ain't gonna go through the same pain that you like forever, you know what I'm saying? Everything gonna be all right. Like, at the end of the day, man, and a lot of people might think this is cliche, where everybody be like, it's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
nah,
'Cause
for real though.
That's just used so much, but it's true.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? You can't always hang your head down because something not going your way. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if you had that mindset, like, everything's gonna be all right, of course it's tough to go through. I'm not saying nothing is easy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because nothing is easy. Like, life ain't fair. Life ain't easy, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? Everything gonna be all right at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even if it's a week from now, a month from now, a year from now, everything gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? Because pain just happens, and it's like, you really can't control it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you gotta
It's
keep
out your
going.
control, for real.
Yeah, for real. And then something like this is definitely, like, I ain't have patience at first. When I was going through treatment and stuff, man, I used to get mad because I had to stay in the hospital longer than like, expected and stuff like that. I used to get mad. But after a while, I'm like, it ain't gonna last forever. You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
You know, like, it'll be days where, like, I have, like, chemo appointments, and I have to, like, stay in there for days, like, almost a week. 5 days average, but I have to stay in the hospital for 5 days, and the 5th day come, they like, yeah, you can't go home today because the level's not right. I used to hang my head like, man, I used to be so mad, I used to get sad, like, but then I started to realize, like, I used to be in the hospital and I used to walk around, they used to have me walk around. I used to see, like, cancer patients, man, older people, man, all that, and then it's like they got it way worse than this, for real. Like, who am I to complain about having to stay here extra 2 days or a day? You know what I'm saying? When they in there fighting for their life, and I'm just walking around like they can't even do the things I'm doing right now. So it's definitely a different way of thinking, for real, about life. So it's like I can't complain, man. Everything, and that was temporary. Like I knew that won't last forever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For real. So it's definitely like think about it. Definitely about it.
But that'll change your like whole perspective.
Yeah.
But that's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's your perspective of how you looking at your situation in life. Like, you know what I'm saying? You lost your job. Like, you can look at it as your boss hated you, or you can look at it as an opportunity for, you know what I'm saying? You need to grow in some type of way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or like you said, patience. Like, it taught you patience. Like, bro, like, see, that's the thing that I feel like God, he, of course, we don't understand it, but like, when we look back at it, it's like, dang, like, God was testing your patience, you know what I'm saying? God was testing your strength. God was testing your endurance. Like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we don't see that in the time because it's like, who are we to think about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, but like, just think about that. Like, pain is temporary, bro. But that's something that I try to carry with everything, bro. Pain is temporary.
It's temporary.
But I don't feel like a lot of people even understand that though. Like,
Yeah. It's definitely something that a lot of people don't even know. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people may like feel this type of pain, man. They be like, you know, and they think the world ended, but it's not always that.
yeah,
You know, it's always like it can always be worse, man.
it can always be
Always
worse.
man. And that's something else that I really learned. Like, everything you're going through can be worse right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you just so caught up on how bad it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Think about how grateful you should be. You know what I'm saying? Because you're in that situation, and it's not a worse situation.
In every aspect of your life. Bro.
Yeah,
You know
every
what I'm saying? Like every aspect of it. Like I feel like in today's generation, today's society, like we've become pacified to the things that we got because we can get it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When there's a lot of people who don't got shoes, who don't got a house, who don't got water, like
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like we desensitize ourselves to the reality of really what life is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, I mean, even myself at times, like I get ungrateful sometimes. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's just, I feel like that's so important though for how you move into your life because you know what I'm saying. Just how God gave you things, He can take it away just like that.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, man, like, even when I was going through my surgery, I'm like, man, like, people don't understand how grateful they should be to even be allowed to talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't talk. And I'm like, I really couldn't even talk. So I'm like, once I could talk again, I'm like, man, like, I should be more grateful for the little things. Like, even walking, I couldn't walk. And I'm like, people should be more grateful for the little things, man. Because it's like, it can be taken away from you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that could have been permanent.
Right.
You know, I probably, like, it could have been something that went wrong and I probably still couldn't be able to walk right now. You know what I'm saying? And I would have took that for granted my whole life because I never think about that. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff.
That's crazy. That's crazy when life pushes you to that point. Like you could talk again. Like dang, thank you God that I'm able to talk.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. But a lot of people, I say a lot of people, but I say like even me thinking about how I used to be and how I am, like bro, like we wouldn't have that gratitude unless God pushes us to that point to it's like, all right, bro, like you know what I'm saying, like you ain't in control of that. Like we can't control us breathing or not breathing, but we can't control us talking, walking anymore, like thinking, sleeping, like that's out of our control and that's something we should be grateful for though, for real, because I mean that's nuts, bro. Bro, like, what's life for you now? Like, you found out you had cancer. You've been going to these treatments. You was cleared for it. It came back. What was that moment when it came back to us? Like, dang, it's back now.
It was definitely scarier. Like, it's scarier now. I feel like, you know.
This was like fairly recent that you found out it came back.
Yeah, it was less than a month ago. So it's like, man, like I had a feeling that it was coming back. I could feel it, you know what I'm saying? I got a tumor, whatever. And I know how a tumor feels because I had one before. And it's like, when I was feeling it, I was like, something ain't right. But at the same time, I thought my mouth was still healing from the last surgery because they was like it can heal for like 2 years for real. You know what I'm saying? Different changes and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay. I had a full body MRI that came back and it said something about the increasing the amount of tissue I had. So I'm like, at that point I'm already worried. Then like the next week I had a head and neck scan. That's the same thing. So I'm like, yeah, I think that's what it is. And that very next week, I go talk to my doctor and she confirmed it. That it was the tumor coming back, like my cancer came back. And I had a feeling the whole time, but I didn't need to hear it. You know, I didn't need my doctor to tell me that. So I can really like, of course I prayed for the best. I prayed that it wasn't that, but yeah, this time is very like, this time is scarier than last time though. And I'm not scared no more, you know what I'm saying? Like when I first found out, I was like, man, it came back in 4 months. Like 4 months is like crazy. You know, 4 months is like, you know, 4 months is like, why is it coming back so fast? Or, you know, cause if it would have came back months, a year later, then I'd be like, okay, you know, but 4 months later, it's much scarier, man. And I was like, even, you know, like times now, I still go through it and I'm like, man, like, it's crazy that I have to go through this again.
Yeah.
You know, I have to go through all this again, man. Right when I felt like I was getting to find myself again. Because the first time I beat it and I rung the bell. From that point up until now, before I found out, I was like, I was in remission. Remission is probably the hardest part of going through it all.
Mm-hmm. What is that?
You know, like after you're done with treatment, you know, and you don't have treatment no more, you're done, like you're done with treatment, like you ring the bell.
Yeah.
You know, and you're done with treatment. So pretty much that's when I beat it. You know what I'm saying? So life during remission is probably the hardest because you're trying so hard to find yourself.
Without that.
Yeah, without that, you know what I'm saying? And then you try to go back. You try to go back and find yourself. But the harsh reality is you're not that person no more. You know what I'm saying? Because you went through so much that it's impossible to be the same person that you was before you. You know what I'm saying? So, and I was doing things, like I was trying to find myself so much, like, because I miss what I was like before cancer. But I'm still that same person. I'm just not that same. I'm not in that same phase of my life.
Right.
You know, so it's much different. I try to find the fun in the same things that I was doing, but it's just not there no more. No, it ain't there at all. And it's like trying to find that person you will lose yourself.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying? Cause like you try so hard to be who you was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not that. Like you can't just
go back. You can't just go back to your old self for real.
Yeah, you can't. Like no matter how hard you try.
Or you, like you said, you'll find yourself lost. That's crazy.
And that's what I did for a while. But when I finally started accepting who I am now, my life started picking up for me. You know what I'm saying? I started going to the gym and I started back hooping. I started back doing things that brought me joy. You know what I'm saying? I started being more healthier. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like, and I was loving who I was becoming. And then come to find out, cancer came back. And it's like, dang, like after I built myself up, you know, to be who I'm accepting myself to be now, it's like I have to go through another phase, another journey. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it's something that I didn't catch.
Right.
Maybe it's something that I didn't really see during the
For
time.
the first time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, whatever comes with it, you know, I know how to do things differently now. You know what I'm saying? I know how to handle it better. I know what to expect.
Because you've been through it.
Yeah, I've been through it. And even though it's not going to be the same exact journey, it's going to be something that, like, who I am now can handle it versus the old me.
Yeah.
I probably could handle this. You know what I'm saying? Again, if it was the old me, but, you know what I'm saying? New me, I know how to adjust now. I know what to expect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was definitely hard, like, finding this out and it being so recent, I really came to the realization that you really can't control nothing.
It's out your control.
You can't control nothing, man. Like, and that's life, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, people be like, you control your own destiny. I mean, you do to a certain extent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you know, it's stuff that you can't control, man. Like, I don't know, man. It's just like a lot of stuff that comes to life, man. You just gotta be ready for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And even if you're not ready for it, you gotta get ready.
Yeah, because
You know what
brother,
I'm saying?
it's gonna come. Life is gonna happen regardless if you're ready for
Yeah,
it or not.
yeah, for sure.
You know, and I feel like to that point, like I feel like a lot of people will become frustrated when people are frustrated about life and just going through so much internally.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's because, and you said it, like they're trying to they're trying to be their old selves, knowing that the old selves is gone.
Right.
Not necessarily trying to become, because like you said, when you started becoming who you are, trying to step forward to, you know what I'm saying, becoming better, like that's when things start to get more clear. That's when things start to get more, not easy, but like, you know what I'm saying? It's, I want to take confidence a little bit, but it's just like your walk of life seems more clear.
Yeah.
And then you trying to worry about things that you can't control.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if you just let the things that you can't control, you know what I'm saying, just let them things be.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? It is what it is. Do the best that you can do with what you can do.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I feel like however the outcome will be, like I feel like you'll have a sense of security, like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? I did what I was supposed to do. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Whatever God wants, he gonna allow it to happen. And I feel like you'll feel better about yourself a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go through life looking at things differently. You know what I'm saying? You start looking at everything differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's big, bro. I feel like it's big. I feel like it's huge. You know what I'm saying? That's your battle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because even to me, because I haven't been through that. You know what I'm saying? To me, that seems like such a giant.
Yeah.
But to you, that seems like a little grasshopper now because
Yeah.
you don't beat it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And even though it's back, it still is like, bro, you're not as big as I thought you was originally.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I feel like to me, that's how I look at it. Like, I feel like that's special. You know what I'm saying? Especially to maybe somebody who's going through cancer. You know what I'm saying? Like, they see Alex, like, bro,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Alex did that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Alex here. I seen Alex hooping in the gym. Like, Alex in the gym. Like, come on now. What am I doing?
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? What am I doing? Like, I feel like, to me, I just feel like that's so inspiring, so inspirational for real.
Yeah, man. I try to be inspirational, man. Anytime I can, like, speak out about anything or even help somebody with anything, man, I'm gonna take that chance. I'm always try to, you know, cause I want to be that person that, like, I didn't really have, you know, like I ain't have nobody to really talk to that they had cancer. I take that back. I did, but it's like somebody being as young as me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't.
Being able to connect with them
Yeah.
on another type of level,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. And it's like, anytime I get a chance to, man, to really talk out, speak out, man, about anything that I'm going through, man, I definitely want to be inspirational, man.
Yeah.
Like, because cancer, man, it's crazy how many people go through it. And I didn't even know this until after I was diagnosed. I'm like, I don't know if the cases really start rising or if I'm just paying more attention to it, you know? Because like when I was diagnosed, it's like so many people, even to this day, so many people just got diagnosed after that. And I'm like, man, like anytime I can, because I try to find inspiration, you know what I'm saying? Anytime somebody come to me or anytime somebody speak about cancer and be like, yeah, I had cancer one time. And I be like, man, like you would never know.
Right.
It's just like the fact, like, and they be giving me words of wisdom, man. I be seeking out that.
Yeah.
I wanna give this wisdom to the next person too. You know what I'm saying? For real, cause you can never have too much wisdom. Man.
Nah,
You can't-
never.
And it's like hearing the stories of these people, man, and the type of cancer that they beat. It's like, man, like, who am I to complain?
Right.
For real, like, if all this stuff going on, man, I can't complain about that.
Right.
But,
How would you, two things first. how would you, somebody who's watching, what would you tell them who's going through cancer, or they're in the early stage of cancer, or they're in the later part of cancer? Like, what would be your words to them about your story?
I'll say, man, there's always, it's gonna be roadblocks. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be roadblocks in the process, man. But control what you can control. You know, like, it's not easy. It's never easy. No part of cancer is easy at all. So just control what you can control, man. Try to, like, worry your doctors. You have to worry your doctors, man. You have to,
What you mean by that?
like, you have to make sure that they're on top of, like, their job. Like, you have to make sure you're comfortable. You can't just go by what the doctor says. And I learned that, of course you can, but at the same time you have to tell them what makes you comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it like being in the hospital, man, and like, I had great nurses, great doctors, you know, great surgeons, but it's like, you have to tell them, you have to let them know.
Yeah.
You have to let them know how you feel. You have to communicate. You can't just be like, and that was my problem at one point. I was like, okay, I'm gonna just do what the doctor says and trust the doctors. Of course, trust the doctors, but you have to really, you just have to.
Maybe just vocalize to them, like, vocalize to them to the utmost, because me, you saying that, because I can kind of put that in my head. It's just like, bro, how am I gonna let another person tell me how I'm gonna feel, or what's comfortable for me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How do I let somebody else dictate that for me, instead of I'm just letting them know, like,
Right.
so they can know the level of comfort that I need. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. But yeah, something else, man, there's somebody going through this, man. You just always have to keep your head up, man. Like, that's really all it is, and it makes you have a great support system, man. You shouldn't be, if you're going through this journey, it shouldn't be nothing else that is on your mind. Now, it should be your health, life shouldn't be no relationship, whether it's girlfriend, friends, or nothing. It shouldn't be none of that. Because with all that going on, you should not be worried about none of that.
yeah.
You know, nobody that's your friend would care about you, so even put you in a situation to be thinking about, like, none of that. They should make everything easier for you in every way. You know what I'm saying? Your village is the most important part of this journey. Well, everybody's journey is different, but like my village is the most important part, man. Like my family, man, they with me even the days that like the bad days. Like, you know, I be like feeling like the symptoms of the chemo. You know, symptoms of chemo, man, it's not easy to go through, and it's definitely not easy for somebody to see you go through it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why every time I be like, you know, pray for me. I'm like, pray for me and my people. Like, pray for my folks.
Because they going through it as well.
Yeah, they definitely going through it. You know, and with them going through it, that just showed me like how much they want to see me win.
Yeah.
You know,
How much they care.
yeah, for real. Like the village, man, people that care about you, man, they just always make it easier for you.
Yeah. Dang, bro. Dang. Bro, when you sent me that paragraph of all that stuff, bro,
It's crazy.
crazy. Hold on, I kind of want to read. Can I read some of it?
They good, man.
So I asked Alex, like, I just give me like a rundown. Just give me a rundown of like what you're going through, so I can, you know what I'm saying, do my due diligence and X, Y, and Z. And I'm just gonna read. I'm gonna read the second paragraph, and this is the word from Alex. He says, "Waking up from a surgery, this is a big blessing. A big is a blessing. I was happy. My family standing out for me. I couldn't talk, so I wrote on a board, typed in my notes to communicate. Waking up with the tumor gone and you can't see it anymore was a blessing. Being in the hospital after that was hard as well because being in that pain. Under all that medication at the time when you're back against the wall before the surgery. I had to do chemo for months, and the chemo was very challenging as well. It comes with a lot of side effects too. After I healed from my surgery a good amount, we tried to do another round of chemo to be sure that the cancer cells was gone. When we started the chemo, it's like my body was rejecting it. It wasn't working for me. Once my doctors realized that, they decided to take me off my chemo and try the procedures to manually remove the soft tissue in the area. Shortly after that, we got a negative margin and decided to be done with the treatment. April 7th, I rang the bell. Like, bro. If that don't inspire you, bro, like, if that don't motivate you, if that don't just stir up something in your spirit to be like, I'd say to the minimum part, just be grateful for your life. You know what I'm saying? Just be grateful for where you're at and where your feet is at right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it could be so much worse, bro. It could be so much worse.
Yeah.
And if you want to take it a step further, bro, be grateful for everything that you have. You know what I'm saying? Like, one thing I seen somebody say this. Somebody said, like, every day take account for all your blessings. Take account for everything that you got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the more you do that, the more you start to have the awareness of the things. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of people, they know they have things, but they don't have the awareness of that they have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Unless you, bro, man, thank God for my house.
Right.
Thank God that I'm able to sleep with privacy. Thank God that I'm able to have a car. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are everyday things, but it's things that we can possibly not have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, bro, take account of all your blessings. Be grateful for your life and where it is right now. Know that it can be worse. Know that somebody has it worse.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the biggest thing too. Like, know there's people that don't have the things that you have. That people that don't have the blessings that you have. You know what I'm saying? So having the ultimate gratitude. Don't be so full of yourself. And another thing, anytime that you're like, anytime that you're frustrated, or anytime that you're just so that you're off a little bit, I have a reality check. It's like, because sometimes it could be you're just full of yourself.
Yeah.
You're just thinking so much about yourself that's all you can see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, do something for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? See how that brightens your mood. You know what I'm saying? Not for that reason specifically, but genuinely, you know what I'm saying? Try to be there for other people. You know what I'm saying? Try to text that person. Try to open that door for that lady. Like, just do so many nice things and just see how your mood just brightens up. You'll forget about your bad day. You'll forget about your bad mood. Your mood will change completely. And, bro, Alex, bro, I appreciate you, dog.
Appreciate you having me.
I appreciate you, bro. And, like, it's a story. You know what I'm saying? It's a story. It's not. I don't feel like it's a one-time thing, because I feel like that's a tremendous step to be able to beat cancer and to still be beating it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're above. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, I appreciate you, bro. And anybody that's going through it, like, if you need to contact Alex, contact me. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, we here for the people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We here for the people. And anybody else, like, we here. And any last words?
Yeah, man. There's nothing you can't do. You know what I'm saying? Anything is possible, man. You can do anything you put your mind to, man. Again, that might be cliche.
Yeah.
But it's not. That's real. Like, you can do anything you put your mind to, man. Just keep going, and I promise everything will work out. Yeah.
Hey, that'll do it for Fill the Gap, bro. Alex, quick, man.
Sure.
But what was that one thing you said? You said, dang, if you try to be your old self, you end up losing yourself.
Yeah.
That's a bar.
Yeah.
That's a bar. That's a bar. If you
Yeah.
try to be your old self, you end up losing yourself.
Yeah, man. And I ain't gonna lie, these past few years though has been crazy. So May of 2023, my sister passed. May of 2024, I found out I had cancer. And August 2025, I found out the cancer came back. Now, dealing with all them things back to back, that really opened my mind up to life. Like, life keeps going, you know. Regardless of what we go through, man, life is gonna keep throwing things at you, man, that's gonna force you to be strong. You know what I'm saying? You can't take that and just settle for being in your head, being sad about what's going on. You gotta keep going. You gotta hit the ground running. You gotta keep your head up, man. And don't let nobody tell you you can't do anything.
Damn. Hey, bro, he got some bars. He got some tough bars. I ain't gonna lie. But nah, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, man. We can keep this going, bro. For real.
Yeah.
Anything you got in mind, bro? Like, bro, I'm with it. I'm with it all, bro. I'm with it all, bro. But bro, I appreciate everybody for tuning in, bro. Like, comment, subscribe, bro. That'll do it for another episode.